How does the House of Dragon address the question of colonialism? Welcome to today's episode of Dragon's Den, where we'll be exploring the complex and often fraught topic of colonialism in the House of the Dragon. Set 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the prequel series delves into the tumultuous history of Westeros, where the Targaryen dynasty has just begun to establish its grip on the continent. But as we watch the show's characters navigate the intricate web of power and politics, it's clear that colonialism is a central theme. From the conquest of the Iron Islands to the Targaryens' brutal suppression of the faith militant, the show illustrates the ways in which one group can assert dominance over another, often with devastating consequences. By examining the House of the Dragon's portrayal of colonialism, we can gain a deeper understanding of the ways in which power is exercised and maintained, and the ways in which those in power often justify their actions as necessary for the greater good. In particular, the show highlights the complexities of colonialism through the character of Viserys Targaryen, who seeks to reclaim the Iron Throne for his family, but ultimately becomes embroiled in the messy politics of the Seven Kingdoms. Viserys' relationship with the Dothraki cult, Daenerys, serves as a prime example of the patronage system that often underpins colonial relationships. Daenerys, a powerful leader in her own right, becomes a pawn in Viserys' Game of Thrones, with her people and her land being used as leverage in his quest for power. This dynamic is reminiscent of the historical relationships between European colonizers and their indigenous subjects, where local leaders were often co-opted or manipulated by colonial powers to further their own interests. By exploring this complex dynamic, the show offers a nuanced and thought-provoking portrayal of colonialism in all its messy, human forms. For instance, the show highlights the contrast between the Targaryens' culture of conquest and the native cultures of Westeros, such as the Dothraki and the Valyrians. The Targaryens, as a dragon-riding people, view themselves as superior to the native inhabitants, seeing their culture as more advanced and civilized. This us versus them mentality is a hallmark of colonialist ideology, where the dominant culture seeks to impose its dominance over others. Furthermore, the show critiques the Targaryens' treatment of the native populations, such as the Valyrian slave trade, which echoes the transatlantic slave trade and other forms of human exploitation that accompanied colonial expansion. The House of the Dragon also explores the psychological effects of colonialism on the native populations, particularly through the character of Princess Rhaenyra, who grapples with the complex identities and loyalties that come with being part of a ruling family. By depicting the emotional toll of colonialism, the show acknowledges the trauma and cultural erasure that often accompanies the expansion of empires. Overall, the House of the Dragon's nuanced portrayal of colonialism invites viewers to reflect on the historical and contemporary implications of imperialism and the ongoing legacies of oppression that it has wrought.